With its announcement about the use of XRP, the U.S. Federal Reserve recently grabbed news. The possible integration of RippleNet for payment processing has been emphasized by St. Louis Federal Reserve Branch Senior Vice President David Andelfato. In particular, it has been highlighted that RippleNet depends on XRP to act as a facilitator for these transactions. In direct quotation from David Andelfato, the Fed may delegate settlement obligations to a third party, like Ripple. If this development comes to pass, XRP's value is expected to rise significantly, possibly hitting $10,000. It's also critical to remember that the Federal Reserve's action is not unexpected. The Federal Reserve acknowledged the potential role of XRP and XLM in improving the blockchain component of their FedNow payment service in an official announcement a few weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. The focus is on Ripple, which is well known for its creative cross-border payment solutions and open-source financial transaction technology. The FedNow Payment Services incorporation of Ripple's technology is expected to have a significant role in propelling XRP's value to previously unheard-of levels. Hi there, your go-to resource for everything XRP, the Peepo Coin channel. Before we get started, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to become a member of our community. Additionally, after we reach 60,000 members, we will launch an incredible XRP giveaway. 3 straightforward actions make it easy to put your hat in the ring. Thus, be sure to complete all of it to guarantee your place, including the hashtag #PeepoCoin in the comments. Let's get right to today's subject. Our attention is on the Federal Reserve's partnership with Ripple, which was formally revealed on the federalreserve.gov website. The U.S. Path to Faster Payments report, Ripple is acknowledged as a major actor in collaboration with the Federal Reserve for Payment Solutions in its first section, the Faster Payment Task Force approach. The capacity of Ripple to enable real-time international payments, which typically take 2 to 4 days with little tracking and pricing transparency, is particularly highlighted in the paper. Ripple transforms this by providing quick settlement and full visibility into fees and payment status. Next, we learn that Ripple and the Fed have expanded their partnership to cover domestic payments. Viewers can pause and read the copious documentation that supports this. A significant section of the study highlights how central institutions such as the Federal Reserve, the Bank of England, and the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority have partnered with Ripple to improve their domestic payment systems. The report's discussion of Ripple Labs' innovation at the core level of payment processing, with an emphasis on providing a free, real-time settlement infrastructure internationally, is another intriguing feature. It shows that the Federal Reserve intends to embrace and put into use Ripple's decentralized peer-to-peer settlement mechanism, which is expected to replace current fund transfer technologies. Looking back, this development had early warning signs. During a Federal Reserve episode on Fox News about investigating a digital US around a year ago, the Ripple logo was prominently highlighted. In addition, organizations like the Federal Reserve Board, the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, the International Monetary Fund, and the IMF have expressed interest in Ripple's technology by adding it to their list of operating in the shadows partners. It is clear from delving deeper into the fascinating realm of international banking that a sizable amount of the world's wealth is managed by the Bank of International Settlements, or BIS. It is noteworthy that Ripple has entered this field. We have a statement from the Department of the Interior that quotes Frederickshire Board of Governors Senior Council member Jess Chan. According to reports, Jess, a former Ripple Deputy General Counsel member, is leading this effort. There is a lot to explore here for those who are interested in the specifics, and everything is connected. However, that is only the beginning. Many of you may be surprised by what I'm going to disclose. The Federal Reserve recently warned that rising interest rates and pressure on real estate could cause bank losses. It's interesting to note that they have been talking about this with a number of partners since early March. Furthermore, it appears that XRP will be adopted by the EU and BRICS. By using the XRP ledger to manage wealth transfers, the European Union has even hinted that XRP will serve as the basis for the future digital euro. This assertion is supported by numerous reports that indicate an impending spike in the value of XRP. As it gets popularity globally, a prominent expert forecasts a short-term spike to $500.50 with the potential to reach $10,000. Ripple co-founder Arthur Brito is credited with this realization. As we watch the video, it becomes evident that XRP's story is developing quickly. Beyond the SEC versus Ripple controversy, we are currently witnessing the BRICS countries firmly choose to work with Ripple to create their central bank digital currency on the XRP ledger. According to breaking news, this BRICS-backed central bank digital money is expected to be a major international financial tool. Additionally, there is proof of Ripple's vast network in every BRICS country, which we will examine in more depth. Let's begin our adventure in Brazil, where a revolutionary event has taken place. Brazil has introduced a groundbreaking cryptocurrency on-demand liquidity service in collaboration with Ripple. The financial technology landscape in the nation has advanced significantly as a result of this project. After that, we focus on Russia. Numerous documents demonstrate President Putin's deliberate decision to diversify away from the USD and the petrodollar. SWIFT's decision to remove Russia from its payment system has resulted in a noticeable shift in favor of Ripple Labs. Creating a Russian central bank digital currency, CBDC, on the XRP ledger is the aim. This action not only circumvents the SWIFT restriction, but also makes use of the XRP ledger's decentralized structure to guarantee Russia's continuous involvement in international finance, while refocusing attention on India. We discover Ripple at the vanguard of yet another noteworthy endeavor, driving India's aspirational digital rupee initiative. This effort, which is supported by technology from Ripple Labs, marks a significant advancement in India's quest for a full global CBDC. The tale doesn't stop there, though. China has also joined the battle, working with Ripple to gain traction in the field of digital currencies issued by central banks. This collaboration represents Ripple's growing clout in the world of finance. The story is the same throughout Africa. The increasing significance of CBDCs on the XRP ledger throughout the continent is highlighted in the 2022 African blockchain study. According to the research, more than a dozen African nations, including South Africa, have included XRP and Ripple into their payment processing systems. The ledger's growing significance in Africa's financial ecosystem is demonstrated by its broad adoption. Lastly, XRP was listed as a top digital asset for payment services in a recent BRICS report. The BRICS' support solidifies XRP's standing as a major force in the digital currency space. Predictions for XRP's price have increased in response to recent events, and some of the more noteworthy ones have caught our notice. A thorough investigation is inevitably prompted when prominent financial analysts publicly forecast that XRP will trade at $500.50. Our research pointed us in the direction of ChatGPT, a well-known AI bot. 4 cryptocurrencies, XRP, Ripple, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Cardano, were singled out by this AI as having the potential to grow by an astounding 100,000% by 2024. Considering the viewpoint of Arthur Brito, co-founder of Ripple, such a pricing threshold for XRP shouldn't be shocking. He sees XRP hitting $10,000, which he thinks was the exact amount it was intended to reach. Brito also highlights XRP's scalability, stating that it can meet the expected $7.5 billion in global financial demands. What does $1,500 mean in this context then? $1,500 is merely a first step toward XRP's actual potential worth in the long run. However, global scalability and significant financial throughput via the XRP ledger are necessary to reach the colossal price of $10,000, which is the desired aim for XRP. In keeping with this trend, 21 nations have formally decided to abandon the US dollar, and virtual institutions are working more